Coming up, a Democratic candidate running for Congress is working to gear up support. More on what she has to say in minutes.
Plus, Governor Abbott makes a stop in McAllen to praise the RGV's economic development.
And Spotlight of the Month is back with a special guest new to UTRGV. KVAQ-TV starts now.
Hey vaqueros, I'm Perla Cortez.
And I'm Alexandra Salazar. This is the 5th fall edition of KVAQ-TV.
Today is Monday, September 30th, 2024, and at the top of the newscast.
The Hidalgo County Democratic Party hosted a Roundup for Democracy last Wednesday at the University Draft House in McAllen. The Democratic congressional candidate and former candidate for Texas Governor, Beto O'Rourke, also making a visit here at UTRGV. Here is Juan Carlos Marquez with the story.
Roundup for Democracy served to support the Democratic nominees running for office. Candidate for the Texas 15th Congressional District, Michelle Vallejo, along with the support of 2022 Texas gubernatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke, attended the event.
People are going to get to know South Texas, and they're going to remember who we are for the good things that we bring to make this country great.
Vallejo spoke on issues regarding the cost of living, good-paying jobs, and women's ability to make their own healthcare decisions. She says these topics will bring voters to take this election seriously in November.
I'm expecting to see a win for South Texas, and that means we're going to win this race in November. What we saw today at this rally is just a lot of enthusiasm and the willingness to come out and fight for what we need for our families.
O'Rourke expressed how vital the Rio Grande Valley is to the upcoming election.
This is a part of the state, as you know, that everybody writes off or everybody takes for granted, but I think it's one of the most important places on the planet. And so for people to show up, to get registered, to vote, to get behind these great candidates, it's going to make the difference.
O'Rourke and other organizations visited UTRGV's Edinburg campus on Thursday to help students register to vote. This is not O'Rourke's first time visiting UTRGV, as he and Greg Abbott debated for the Texas governor's seat in September 2022.
I'm counting on the students at UTRGV. You know, the rest of the country, the rest of the state has already written off the Valley. And even within the Valley, too often we discount the votes and the voices of young people. But they literally hold the future in our hands.
The deadline to register to vote is on October 7th, with early voting starting on October 21st and ending on November 1st. For more information, visit votetexas.gov. For KVAQ-TV in Edinburg, Juan Carlos Marquez.
Governor Greg Abbott made an appearance at the South Texas Alliance of Cities meeting in McAllen last Tuesday. According to the Office of the Texas Governor's press release, Abbott praises the state's success in expanding economic development projects during a fireside chat with McAllen Mayor Javier Villalobos. Abbott says, and I quote, "There has never been a better time to have a business here in the Rio Grande Valley." He adds that Texas will continue to provide resources that the state has to help its residents. The press release states Texas has won the Governor's Cup for 12 years in a row for the most corporate relocation and expansion projects in the nation. Valley Baptist Legacy Foundation provided UTRGV a $30 million grant to establish the Diabetes Center of Excellence.
The center is expected to be near the university's Institute of Neuroscience in Harlingen. UTRGV announced on a September 16 news conference that it had received the grant, which aims to combat diabetes in the RGV. According to a 2017 study by the National Library of Medicine, 30.7% of residents in the valley have diabetes. The money will also help establish a limb preservation clinic to address the urgent need for amputation prevention. Executive Vice President of Institutional Advancement, Kelly Nasor, says the new center will be a game changer.
It's going to be a game changer for the Valley because we are going to do everything from diagnosing diabetes, treating diabetes, following up with the patients, talking about nutrition, so prevention. There's just so many things planned, and it's really going to change healthcare for all of our citizens in the Rio Grande Valley.
The Diabetes Center of Excellence is still in the planning process. According to a UTRGV news release, the Valley Baptist Legacy Foundation has awarded the university $90 million since 2015.
It's time for UTRGV police reports. The following incidents were reported to University Police between September 23rd and 25th. University Police responded to a fire alarm at the Edinburg Dining Hall last Monday. The officer says the issue appeared to be a water boiler leak, causing the smoke detector to activate. The building was later cleared for re-entry.
A man was arrested for public intoxication after, police say, a woman alleged that the man assaulted her last Tuesday at an Edinburg campus parking lot. The man is reportedly the woman's landlord. He was later booked into the Edinburg police jail.
On the same day, university police responded to a possible assault in parking lot E34. A conflict was reportedly between two women. One woman was later arrested after an officer located narcotics in her belongings.
A Treasury student and financial systems employee reported 2 fraudulent checks were cashed by the same person last Wednesday. A similar instance reportedly occurred last Tuesday when someone attempted to get a fraudulent check cashed at 2 different banks.
Now, let's take a look at the 5-day weather forecast with our forecaster, Desiree Villanueva. Desiree, what's the weather looking like this week?
Hello, welcome back to your weather forecast for this week. Let's take a look. Today we're looking at sunny skies with temperatures of 98 degrees. Winds will be calm, shifting to a northeast wind direction around 6 p.m. this afternoon. Looking at Tuesday, the sun will continue to shine with a high of 98 degrees. On Wednesday, we'll expect another sunny day with a high of 95, and winds will be shifting to a light northeast wind that afternoon. Thursday, we're looking at a 20% chance of rain and thunderstorms possibly in the afternoon. Friday is looking at 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms in that afternoon. Thank you.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports that 65% of children killed in car accidents as of 2022 were unrestrained. The Edinburg Municipal Court hosted a car seat checkup drive-in event earlier this month in observance of Child Passenger Awareness Week. Perla Cortez with the story.
Are you securing your child's seat properly? Here are 3 steps you should know about securing a car seat. The first step is to make sure you insert the car seat base on the vehicle. Next, get the seatbelt and stretch it through the gaps on the sides of the car seat and buckle it in. After, make sure the seatbelt is tightly connected with the car seat base. Once the base is stable, you have done it properly. Afterward, insert the car seat on top of the base. When the seat is attached properly, it will produce a click sound, meaning it is ready to be used. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the death rate is reduced by 71% for children under a year old who are restrained. Edinburg Municipal Court Administrator Maribel Velasquez says due to the rise of car accidents involving children without proper safety, the municipal court hosted the event to spread awareness.
I said, you know what better way than to give back to the community? You know, one life that we save would be one too many. So that would be a good, positive impact that we would be doing in our community.
Edinburg resident Esmeralda Rodriguez speaks on how the event is crucial for parents who are not well informed on how to install a car seat.
I think this event is very important because not all of us know or have the means to buy a car seat. We sometimes do not know how to install it properly, and I think it's very important to know so that your baby is always safe.
Before installing a car seat, make sure to check the following. Check the expiration date, check for wear and tear, match the car seat with the proper height and weight of your child, register your car seat at the nearest police station to receive any updates or recalls. Edinburg Police Department Patrolman Number 3, Noe Ponce, says he advises parents to do research before they purchase a car seat.
They can always come to the police department and request to have a technician go out there and inspect it. We'll correct it, but we'll also teach and let them know that this is what you did or this is how it is recommended that you take care of this.
For KVAQ-TV in Edinburgh, Perla Cortez.
After the break, join us for Spotlight of the Month. Get to know our special guest. Stay with us. More in minutes.
This is KVAQ-TV. What began as a good deed became a nonprofit organization nearly 10 years later, and it all started with a 6-year-old girl. Desiree Villanueva tells us more about Emily's meals. Desiree?
Emily, the 6-year-old girl who is now a teenager, has served nearly 13,400 meals a year with some help. It all started when she was just a little girl curious on why homeless people do not have a daily meal. Founder Emily Aguirre tells us how many meals they now serve per day.
Meals are provided daily, almost every day of the month. We usually give 40 to 50 meals out a day, and it's strictly on like a volunteer basis. So we just get calls, texts, and we set up a calendar, and that's how we work, just volunteers.
Emily's Meals marked 10 years in February and has further plans to expand its work.
Right now, we're mostly based in McAllen, but we have people spreading out more, like some Westaco, some like Harlingen, and hopefully, well, my dream is that it goes, like spreads even more so you can help more people. So hopefully just expansion of Emily's Meals.
Anyone is welcome to lend a helping hand at Emily's Meals. The McAllen High School football team participated in prepping meals to donate to Emily's Meals just last week. Mac High football player Joaquin Valdez explains the importance of this donation.
I feel good, it gives us like a sense of, that we're doing something for the community. We get to, come together as a family and kind of get some good stuff done for the community.
Anyone interested in volunteering may contact Emily's Meals at 956-227-7205 or 956-821-8867. You can also find Emily's Meals on Facebook. For KVAQ-TV in McAllen, Desiree Villanueva.
Spotlight of the Month serves as a way to recognize important people in our community. September Spotlight of the Month is the newly appointed Dean of Students, Ismael Amaya. Here is his story.
Hello, Vaqueros. This is Spotlight of the Month. My name is Alexandra Salazar, and today I'm here with Ismael Amaya, the new Dean of Students. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you, Alex. Happy to be here.
Now, just to get started with the questions, we know you are from Brownsville. Did you grow up there?
I did. I grew up mostly in Brownsville up until, went to high school in the Valley. I didn't go to school in Brownsville. My siblings went to different schools in Brownsville. I went to school in Mercedes, so I had that experience of meeting students from throughout the Valley, being in a South Texas school district. But at 18, after I graduated high school, I did go away to college, and for 32 years, I did not come back, but I am here now.
So, can you tell us a little bit more about your upbringing? What was it like?
Sure. I'm a first-generation Texan, first-generation college student, son of a working family, working father, mostly stay-at-home mom. And I grew up with 3 siblings, cousins and aunts and uncles. Had that binational experience of being on the border and having family on both sides of the border and deep in Mexico. Spanish was my first language. And so I think that kind of lays out my early years, growing up in K through 12. I was part of college access programs that gave me opportunities and exposed me to college. I mentioned being a first-generation college student, so I leaned on other people outside of the family to guide me along the way. A junior high school counselor, people that I interacted with in different programs that at the time they called them for at-risk students. So I was one of those at-risk students, and meant different things to different people, but for me it meant an opportunity to learn about opportunities in the workforce and in education. That same junior high counselor was the one that told me about different opportunities even in high school, and then going away to college. She leaned me towards where she had gone to school, and went out there, had a good experience in college, mentors, and interacted, meeting people from different backgrounds. So I enjoyed that, and knew I wanted to go back, be in that environment, and get to give and do for others, younger generations or incoming students, what others had done for me in terms of mentoring and guiding and supporting. So I think that you'll find that a lot of the staff that are in student affairs and support services didn't go to college thinking that they were going to work in a college or university. It was the experience there, and so that's what happened with me. Like I said, it's very typical. Other than the first 5 years after I completed my undergrad degree, I've been in higher education in the Dean of Students office, and so I'm really excited to be here as the Dean of Students.
So how has your education impacted your life?
Sure. I think that education, more than anything, opens doors. opportunities that may not be there otherwise. I've always said that you don't have to go to college, but there's some things that you will not be able to do if you don't go to college. The things that don't require a college degree, you can still do, even if you have a college degree. So I think that's the biggest thing that education has done for me is open doors and opportunities to be able to get to where I am today.
So can you explain in detail what the Dean of Students does? What are your responsibilities?
Sure. So there's different areas to the Dean of Students Office and responsibilities in my role, and also what is the role of different people within the Dean of Students Office. So, for example, there's this can vary from school to school. So here at UTRGV, the primary areas in the Dean of Students Office are student rights and responsibilities. We have student accessibility services. We work with student government, student media, spirit programs, the food pantry, and other case management, student support and well-being initiatives. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. It's my 9th day, so I'm still learning everybody's names and what everybody does. But I think that I'd like to sort of encapsulate that what we do as an office in the different departments is provide support for students, provide opportunities, help remove barriers, and help students reach the goals that they've set for themselves and whatever it is that they came here to do. Most students are here to earn a degree, and we want to make sure that along the way they're having experiences that not only help them complete that degree, but also prepare them to take on the next role that they're planning on, whether it be another degree, higher education, or a particular job or a particular role in the community, to be able to give them those opportunities to, for example, be in a studio, TV studio here as a student, and then go on and work at a in a bigger market or in an area in their field of interest.
So how did you come across this opportunity to become Dean of Students for UTRGV?
Honestly, it was very intentional for me. And I've shared this with others. When I left the Valley, went to college, I didn't know what the future held for me. When I completed my degree, I didn't think that the opportunities were going to be there for me to come back and put that degree to use. Also, I had made some connections that kind of, started creating a different home for me away from home. But I always looked back and thought, okay, would I go back? And initially, like I said, I didn't feel that the opportunities were there. When I learned about the creation of UTRGV and the background to it about 10 years ago, I knew at that moment that it was a game changer for the Valley and for the institution. So I started paying more attention to see if the opportunities would pop up. And I did believe at that point that there could be an opportunity down the road. Personally, I was in a different place, young children that weren't too excited about the idea of leaving their school and their friends and things like that. But recently they finished high school, they're in college, and I was paying attention to closer attention to UTRGV, and so it wasn't coincidence that I saw. Nobody sent me the posting. I saw it and I said, "It's time. I'm going for it," and I'm here.
So, as the new Dean of Students, what are your plans? Any changes that you're interested in wanting to make?
I can't say yet that I've identified those because I'm still learning what everybody does, and I do believe that people are doing good work. So I want to see what those who have been here for some time have been doing. Certainly I bring a background and experience that I hope, part of me being here is that I believe that I can contribute. So we're gonna learn first and see what may be some gaps, if any, or how we can further support the efforts, expand the efforts that are being done. So I have some ideas. I'm hesitant to say anything yet because as I shared with a student that was asking and sharing some ideas, I said, I'm pretty sure that we're doing some of those things already, but let me find out who's doing them and how we're doing them. And so I don't want to say that I have a particular idea and find out that it's already being done. So give me a few more days to learn what's happening on the campus.
Okay. So what is the most important lesson that you have learned?
I think I would narrow it down to being persistent and asking for help. And I think overall being persistent is whatever it is that you're doing. You may come across some challenges, but stick with it and ask for help, because sometimes the support and resources that you need are there. You don't always know what the resources are that are available, and until you ask, and somebody says, "Oh, we have that," or you may not even know what you're asking for. You just share what you're struggling with, and we can say, "You know what? We know somebody, whether it's a service that's on campus or a person in particular that has a background or experience in an area that would be helpful."
Okay. So we heard that you are pursuing a doctoral degree. How has that journey been like?
It's been exciting as well. I knew that I wanted to pursue this, but I had put it on the back burner for a while. It's been an exciting journey, being able to interact with other people from other institutions, including from UTRGV, and from across the state and even country. It's a cohort program, so getting to earn that degree, even the initial pursuit of it was intentional, was part of that. When I said I started looking at opportunities, I knew that the degree was another one that would potentially open doors, or if I applied here or elsewhere, I didn't want that to be the one thing that got me scratched off the list, not having a particular credential. And it's been exciting to be able to dive in a little bit more into one of my areas of interest, which is supporting first-generation college students. Currently, I'm doing my research project, and it's exploring the experiences of the family members of those first-generation college students and what they go through in trying to support their students and trying to understand their students' experience in higher education and college.
Mm-hmm. So what words of encouragement would you like to give to the students watching?
As I mentioned earlier, be persistent, stick with it, ask for help. We're here to help you. There are resources, and in a nutshell, yeah, we are here to help.
Do you have anything else that you'd like to follow up or to add?
Well, I am honored to be your first guest, and I appreciate everything that you all are doing, and I look forward to meeting more vaqueros and getting to see how I and everybody in the Dean Student's Office can support our students. We want to see everybody succeed. Again, that is what we're here for.
Well, thank you again for meeting with me and for everyone else. That's all for our newscast.
Make sure to watch us Monday through Friday on VCast monitors and on social media.
For KVAQ-TV, I'm Alexandra Salazar.
I'm Perla Cortez.
V's up!